All snap for crew, the optics are high, the optics are high. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the series of Jacktales. Woohoo! Anyways, we're gonna get into some of the optics of the true stories of Jack Talcott in this mini-series, Jacktales. Folks, we're gonna start off and we'll randomly throw some stuff out to look at the optics in play. Then, of course, we'll have Jack, if he wants to say what he wants to say about the optics that we're witnessing versus what he's told us over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help me and the crew out, Snafu Snaps PayPal or Snafu Snap 007 Cash App. But most of all, keep being you, the crew, the glue. And remember, the optics are high. Let's get into Jacktales, the audio calls.
You ever be a life coach.
And why would you say that?
Because your life is in shambles.
Why is my life in shambles?
That doesn't matter.
No, it does matter, Brian. It absolutely matters. Why is my life in shambles?
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
If I wanted to launch a business as a personal trainer,
Brian, you are ignoring facts.
No, listen.
You're only arguing to prove yourself right. You're refusing to listen to me. I'm speaking to your shadow right now. You're rejecting the fact that you have harmed me.
Jack, 60 seconds ago, you were singing my praises as I was the only person who's given you the respect to listen to you.
60 seconds ago, you were listening to me with respect. Now you are refusing to listen. I'm telling you some hard truths that you are telling me hard truths by ignoring facts. I am saying the facts related to why my life is the way it is are absolutely relevant. You are saying they are not.
Okay.
You want to point to my life to say that I don't have a future.
Wait a minute.
You want to point to my external conditions. My union.
Dial it back a second. Wait a minute. Dial it back a second. Let me explain what I meant. Okay, let's take a deep breath.
Thank you.
Let's say you know some of these guys that are out there that what's his name? Tim Robinson. Okay,
yeah.
The guys like that do the circuit and they're wildly successful and they sell books like crazy and whatnot. They can point to tangible successes. Yep. You know, they make X amount of money per year. They own a big house. They drive a fancy car. They've got the whitest set of teeth you've ever seen, etc. You look at it. You look at a successful personal trainer. They've got rock hard abs. They're in perfect shape. They've got 5% body fat. Yada yada yada. You look at any successful person. They've got things that help sell them. Those are selling points right there. You've got almost the opposite of that. It would be
Can I explain? Or do you care? Do you care my side, or do you just want a view from where you're at?
Jack,
you're absolutely right in every one of your assumptions, your perspectives. I am making no argument.
Okay, but
would you care to put these facts into context?
But wait a minute,
or do you just want to run with your view?
Wait a minute. Okay, so let's stick with this. Let's stick with this topic here. Let's not meander all over the place.
Yep. Let's compare me to Tony Robbins.
No.
Let's do that.
No,
let's do it.
No,
you did it. Let's compare it. Me to another successful coach.
Jack,
let's compare it.
Stop.
You're saying I can't fucking do it,
Jack. Okay. Here's a genuine question. Let's say you got booked. Let's say you were booked as part of a group of public speakers, and they were already established, and they welcomed you into their circle, and okay, you'll be speaker number 3 out of 5 we're going to have on tonight. Okay?
Yep.
You with me hypothetically here? Okay. Yep. And you came on number 3rd, and you've got 15 minutes to talk. What are you going to say in that 15 minutes that people would want to go buy your book out in the lobby?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked. I've applied to the local TEDx Talks here in Spokane, which is a local subsidiary of a lower starting point for the TED Talks. And the talk that I'm proposing to do it's a working title, but the general message is going to be life is simple when you become an experiential alchemist. And that's what I describe that I teach, is I teach people how to become an experiential alchemist. And an alchemist is just someone who takes something common and turns it into noble. Common metals turns them into noble metals. So when you can do that with your experience, when you can take a common experience and turn it into something of value, then you turn your fucking life into value. So that would be my talk. That's actually one of the talks that I'm working on right now. But so I'm glad you asked. Thank you. Now, the point I wanted to make, though, if I may, you said that you asked me, do you really think you can do this? And brother, you broke my fucking heart when you said no. Because you're telling your friend, don't pursue your dreams. I don't think you can do it, Jack. I don't think you've got what it takes. You should give it up. With that very simple statement, that was a message that you told to your old Union brother. So please, you pointed to my fucking situation to say, see, you got nothing to prove, nothing to point to. But let's look at my situation.
But Jack,
why am I without a job? Partly because of choices I made, but here, brother, I've seen Wanda.
Okay, wait a minute.
I've seen Wanda get a drunk PSE in probation back to work the next fucking day. I'm a former union president.
Jack, if I hear you say 14 years one more time, we're fucking
done. Is it worth
nothing?
My 14 years is worth nothing?
No, I'm just sick of you constantly reciting that. I've been with the
no one seems to recognize it. No one seems to give a shit. No one seems to care.
Join the club, Jack.
Join the club.
I was fucking removed. I was removed myself. I had 22 years in, 12 years as a steward, and I didn't go around fucking playing the victim.
How long did it take you to get back?
It took me about 31 days.
Yeah. Who represented you?
A lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know your story.
Well, okay, but you.
I'm sorry.
You want to know my
31 days. I've been off since June. I've been trying to get back to work since August, and I was fired for not explaining my ongoing absence. But I've been trying to get back to work since the 1st of August. So how can you fire me for not explaining my absence?
You don't even have an approved OWCP case. You've been in the eyes of the post office. You've been fucking AWOL for months.